All right, we told you that something very special was going to happen after the 8:30 news here on WHO, and we're going to make good because sitting right next to me here is Shawn Johnson. Shawn, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. If I had a quarter for every time your name has been mentioned on this show in the last year, we'd be rich, wouldn't we,
No
Bonnie?
kidding.
Boy, oh boy. You're in town because you've got the big event, the 2008 Gymnastics Superstars event tonight over at Wells Fargo.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm so nervous, but
Are you
it'll be
really?
exciting.
Doesn't that sound
After
funny to
all
her
you've
being
been through?
nervous?
Yeah.
Are you more nervous than you would have been at the Olympics?
No.
Not that nervous.
I think that was the most nervous I'll ever be. But
You know, you didn't even look nervous at all. I mean, you just looked like you were just there. You were focused and didn't look nervous at all.
I'm glad.
Now,
Inside, I was about to die.
is that right?
Yeah.
Wow. You've had a tour, haven't you, after the Olympics was over? Because I was thinking, I even told Bonnie, I said, boy, it's going to be nice for Shawn. She can get home, get some rest and relaxation, and that's not really what happened, was it?
No, pretty much I came home one day after the Olympics and basically just to repack. I headed out to Reno, and in Reno we had like a 2-week rehearsal to kind of put the tour together, and then we've been on tour ever since then. So the beginning of September is when we started, and we have 3 days left, but sad and happy about it at the same time.
So how's this tour different than the Olympics, for example?
It's not like a traditional competition. It's more of a show and entertainment thing. We've got live music from Disney. There's a new rock band. It's called KSM. They're a lot of fun. They're fun girls. And then we've got Jordan Pruitt singing to a lot of the songs. We've got some Cirque du Soleil type acts where they like fly and do like the silks that hang from the ceiling. They like
A lot of big production, huh?
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of fun. We do a lot of like dancing and just kind of fun routines with costumes and stuff. So
I was telling Shawn before we went on the air how proud we are of her, and I'm sure you've had a lot of people tell you that, but I mean Iowa in particular, how well you've represented Iowa in the things you've said and done, and you've been on so many talk shows. And tell us about some of the shows you've been on.
I think I've hit most of them.
You're on Letterman?
I did Letterman, Leno, Ellen, Oprah, Regis, and Kelly was the last one. Actually, Kelly dressed up as me for Halloween, and they played this video of her like on the beam, but it's actually me. And they just kind of like, they shot my legs, and then she tried it and shot her head, and then they like put it together. So.
Boy, oh boy.
That was great. So were you more nervous to be on TV on some of these talk shows than when you do your routine, or?
Yeah, definitely. I'd say the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever done was I led the pledge at the Democratic Convention.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yes, I remember too.
There was 80,000 people there, so I was afraid I'd forget the words.
Do you ever, you've had so much fame, and maybe it doesn't seem quickly to you because I know you've been working on this for a long time, but to most of us, I mean, this girl from West Des Moines, Iowa, all of a sudden, boom, she's a name worldwide. Do you ever kind of wish maybe there weren't so much of that now, or do you really like that?
I've worked for it for so long that, I mean, this is what I've wanted and what I think comes from the hard work. So I don't think I'd ever take it back or do anything different. I feel like everything happens for a reason, and there's a reason I was meant to be here. So.
Oh, that's great.
What are your thoughts about 2012?
As of right now, I would love to be there. There's a lot of training involved, especially since the tour. We've taken about 2 months kind of off. It's kind of relaxing and having fun. But I don't know, there's something in me that still wants to compete. And if I can be there in 2012, I will be.
I know you spent a lot of time thinking about the Olympics when you train and you lead up to Olympics. When you actually got there, how was it different than you thought it would be?
I don't know. I don't think I thought anything of it, or I don't know. I didn't know what to expect since I'd never been there, and I had never really seen any other Olympics. I watched like the competitions, but that was it. But I don't know. I don't think I could say it was different than anything I expected because I couldn't even picture anything just because I had no idea.
How's your family doing with all this?
A little stressed out.
I'll bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just want me back home.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
yeah.
Well, you could be home for Christmas maybe, huh?
Yes, definitely.
What would you do if you were a young lady like you are and you didn't have any of this? What would you be doing?
I'd be in high school. I had to take the first semester completely off for this year just because of the tour and the Olympics and stuff. But
So do you take any correspondence courses or?
not right now. I'll start that in January, and I'll have to go completely through the summer to kind of catch up. But it's been worth it.
So, Shawn, have you ever been involved in any other sports?
When I was younger, I did a lot. I did track and field, soccer, dance. I swam. I really tried a lot of things, but gymnastics is what I kept coming back to. So.
You've had such a taste of the world now, going different places. Do you think you'll move from West Des Moines? Do you want to?
No. I mean, this is home. I mean, every place I go, I mean, I can be there for 3-4 weeks or whatever, but West Des Moines is still what I call home. So, and I think it always will be.
We were just talking before you came in the last half hour about texting and Facebook and all that. Do you do any of that, or are you not able to do that?
I text a lot.
Do you?
But Facebook and MySpace and stuff, I've never had any of those.
You could never get away with that, could you?
No, probably
You're
not.
too famous. That's very exciting. I know that there have been some famous gymnasts from the past that have been a lot to you, that have admired you here through this last Olympic run.
Yeah. My favorite gymnast has always been Kim Zemeskel. I remember watching her a lot, and she's like a mentor to me now, or a big sister. I talk to her all the time, and Mary Lou has really kind of taken me under her wing.
Didn't she say once when she was in front of a crowd, "I used to be Shawn Johnson"?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was quite a quote. That's
Yeah.
pretty exciting.
She sat with my parents at the Olympics and watched my all-around competition and stuff, and was cheering for me.
So, Shawn, how do all your friends deal with all of this? What do they think about it?
I don't really know yet.
You haven't had a chance
Probably
to
haven't
talk
seen
to
him
them.
much, have you?
No, I haven't seen him yet. I got to see him one day, like my closest girlfriends right after the Olympics. We went out to dinner and stuff. But besides that, I haven't gotten to see him. But they seem to be taking it pretty well.
So will you go back to school at Valley, or is that over?
No, I definitely want to go back.
You definitely want to go back.
Yes. I love Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
I miss high school so much.
Do you really, and miss the kids out there? And
Yeah, all the time.
well, that's
See, I
terrific.
can understand that because I loved school. Van, on
I
the
love
other hand,
school.
No, I'd
was
rather be-
always trying to do anything he could to get out of school.
I love
I'll
it.
tell you,
I did
I would
too.
feel more comfortable on a balance beam than I would in school. That's how bad it was for me. Well, what about now? Aren't there some kind of games coming up next year or 2009 or something like that?
I mean, there's a lot. There's national championships. There's worlds next year where you can compete on just a certain event. You don't have to do as many as you want, or all of them. There's World Cup events. I mean, there's a lot. There's a bunch of stuff every year.
So do you
So-
think you'll compete in any of those?
It depends on what opportunities arise, but if I'm ready for it, I definitely will.
You just seem so well grounded. I mean, you must have been corrupted by this somehow. I mean, you've had all of this stuff there. I mean, I know there's a lot of money involved and fame and all of that, but you just seem very well grounded in all of this.
Thank you. I don't feel any different.
Well, that's great. That's really good. You're an inspiration to people. You really are.
I feel a little more tired than usual, but
Yeah,
that's
I'll
about
bet
it.
you are. Yeah. Okay, so the show starts tonight, what, 7, something like that?
Yeah, I think so.
Over at Wells Fargo
Wells
Arena.
Fargo Arena.
I'll bet you'll have a lot of friends in that arena, not to make you even more nervous. But
Actually, a lot of my friends can't come because the dome. Because a lot of my
Oh, they're
I
playing
know.
football tonight up
Yeah.
at Unidome.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
Wow, I never thought of that.
Yeah.
Well,
that made me a little sad. But
It's really exciting to have you here.
thank you.
We didn't tell anybody you were coming because we didn't want to start a mob scene here, and I know you've had some
No
of those.
problem.
Well, thank you so much for coming to see us, and thank you
you.
for representing Iowa so well.
Thank you.
All right, very good.